your nose in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas.
Everyone, it's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Hip-hop superstar and No Limit recording artist Mac talks about if he would have never got locked up, where his career would have been, and what would have happened if him, C Murder, SOULJA Slim didn't pass, if him and C Murder didn't get locked up, just what would have happened if they all would have stayed around No Limit. Now, as we all know, Mac was one of the dopest lyricists of the No Limit time frame. Like when he dropped his Shell Shocked album and World War III album, like those were two of the best albums No Limit ever dropped. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and listen to those now, they still hold up during the test of times. Now, Mac, we all know, was wrongly charged. He was locked up for a long time. He did 20 years behind bars for a crime that he did not commit, and he was released from prison. And like I said, man, that's just one of those things, those big what ifs in hip hop. A lot of people were even saying that he was like the Nas of down south. Now, if you go back and listen to his lyrics, I mean, he dropped lyrics. Even when he was with No Limit, before he actually signed with No Limit, he was actually on BG's Chopper City album, where him and BG going back and forth on this track. Mac is one of the best to ever do it, hands down. You feel me? Let's take a look at this clip from Mac as he talks about what would have happened if he had never got locked up, and what would have happened if him and C Murder didn't get locked up, and if SOULJA Slim hadn't passed. Let's tune in.
Man, I say this with all humility, that if I wouldn't have went to prison, I would have been one of the top selling artists in the world. That's without a doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that that is what would have happened because of, number one, the work ethic, and I'm such a fan of the game that I know how to adjust to the times. That's how it would have affected me personally. Now, if none of us would have went to prison, I think we would have continued to be a major force and on a consistent level through the years. And I would have just loved to see where everybody's career would have taken them. And so that's what I think.
Yeah. What do you think the energy was about No Limit though, man, that allowed y'all to be able to have that big of an impact? Because a lot of people created labels, a lot of people did this thing, man, but not everybody get a chance to say that we were at the very top of the game.
At a very short amount of time.
Come on.
That's just a reflection of the work.
Okay.
We were going back to the sweatshop.
Sweatshop.
We were in there putting in so much work, man, that it was inevitable.
Okay.
And so, and I say that with all
I get it.
with all humility, that I mean, everything, man, pay like it weight.
Yeah.
You know, everything pay like it weight. Work called. The work you put in, that's what you're gonna get back, in your reflection. I believe that that's balance, the law of reciprocity. And so that's what I think No Limit was an example of that.
Exactly.
We put out like 20-something albums in 1 year.
20 years.
Who does that? Like, what other label does that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And we're talking about gold and platinum.
Nation, there you have it. So I gotta give it to Mac. You know what I'm saying? His career was on the way. Before he got locked up, he had just given us he had the best verse to me on the Wobble Wobble song, and then the Mercedes song, the you ain't gotta say too much, but look in your eyes, I can tell, now you ain't gotta say much, Stewart. He gave us the dopest verse. He was the first one on that track, you know what I'm saying? So his trajectory was going up. He had just dropped the World War III album. To me personally, Shell Shock, that was his best album. That was a classic. I remember that came out when I had just got to high school, and I remember being on the bus stop, headphones, listening to that album. That was to me, that's one of the most slept on No Limit albums of all time, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mac. I'm glad he's finally home. I'm glad that all of the past BS, because he was wrongly charged, and the people tried to use his rap lyrics against him in his murder charge and try to use his lyrics against him, saying that, he's saying that he was the lyrical assassin and all of this type of stuff. And they made that man sit down for 20 years for a crime that he did not do. But the good Lord is good, and he's home now. So shout out to Mac. But yes, I think he was on the trajectory of being one of the best rappers, especially from the South, You know what I mean? Hands down. So shout out to Mac. Nation, what do you think about Mac's comments? What do you think about if Mac C. Murder had never went to jail, if SOULJA Slim had never passed away? Nation, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.
Nose in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas at all.